Good morning. It's 8:45, and I slept all right. I slept well, but the problem is it took me a little while to go off. I don't know if I was just kind of buzzing from sort of doing the editing and reliving my cabinet of curiosity experience. But I'd done that, sent that, and I was instantly getting feedback from sort of my daughter rang me up and all that. Where are you? Dad, what the hell is this place? You know, it's just, I was just kind of talking to her for a bit and stuff. One thing I also did is I went down to, at midnight, I looked out the window and saw the cathedrals all lit up, and it looked amazing. I put a picture at the end of my last video. And I just thought, you know what, there's no one around. I am just going to run down and put the drone up and just see if I can get that kind of elevated shot of it. But what I'd done was I went downstairs, got all set up, it looked amazing, I was ready to go. And then I realised, because I was doing the editing, I didn't put the blooming SD card back in the drone, so I couldn't, you know, capture anything. So I thought, right, okay, because I'm literally next to it. So I ran back upstairs, got the SD card, went back downstairs again, and by that time it was like 2 minutes past midnight, and the lights obviously go off at 12. So there was literally no, it wasn't in the black, but it just didn't look as impressive as it did. And I was just like, so that I won't bother. So I was just going to look out now, check the weather out today. Look at that. I did not think I'll be needing my rain trousers today. Yeah, glorious, absolutely glorious day. It looks really, really, really beautiful, absolutely perfect day for riding. Yeah, lovely, really nice. What I've got to do is, I've got to be out of here by 10, which is 40. No, it's 8:45, isn't it? So just over an hour. But I have to leave the lady 20 euros in cash for the car park space. But stupidly, I went out last night and paid for dinner and whatnot, but I didn't think to change up enough money to leave me with 20 euros. So I've just got to run downstairs and possibly find like a boulangerie or something like that, just to just so I can upset the person by buying 2 croissants and a drink and give them a 50 euro note just so I can get some change. So I will run downstairs and do that. I am going to take my drone and I'm just going to have a look and see if there are loads of people around, because obviously last night at midnight there was just like this romantic couple sitting down and another tourist just taking little photos of themselves. I thought there's no one there, I might get away with this, but I'll just go and have a look and see what's what. So, problem is, in a minute I've got to get my bike out there. Just a bit worried I'm going to have to wait 5 hours for someone to move. Come on, you know what I'm like by now. Coffee and like a yogurt and fruit thing, which is one of the most expensive things here, because I feel really bad giving him a 50 euro note. So I wonder if he'll take it. Thank you very much. All right. Sorted. That's good. Try to be really, really quick. Don't know if they're going to come and rage at me. quite good as gold. I managed to buy the kids something yesterday when I went out, but I didn't film it for obvious reasons because one of my daughters is my biggest fan, so she would have seen what I got her. So you know, I did manage to find a shop that was open and get something for her. You can see it from here. I'm gonna have to go up and down a couple of times. So this is now the old Grand Prix track that I'm on, the Grand Prix circuit. Drone time. Well, why wouldn't he? Bit of history. The first race for cars was held here on the 2nd of August 1925. But it actually only lasted a little while. The last Grand Prix that was held here was actually in 1932. Good man, look at that. I've got that. I've got that. degrees at the moment. 10:30. Reims, we're all in Champagne territory here. When we came into Reims, they had the massive Tattinger chateau there. I wanted to stop and take a photo just of the bike in front of the chateau. It's quite impressive. And literally, a security guard come out and like told me to move straight away. But a lot of these villages are now really, really nice. I guess because there's money here, you know? But yeah, I think this is called the Champagne Trail or the Champagne Route. I'm not planning to follow it. I don't know how far it will take me. But there's some really, really nice places. All the fields around here are all vineyards. You know, they're massive, massive acres and acres of it. So there you go. If I pass the Veuve Clicquot one, I will have to stop in and buy something, as that's our article of choice. But yeah. Pretty cool. There's vineyards just as far as you can see. I'm going to do my old visor trick again. It's really pissing me off. The first thing I'm going to do when I get home is bin this helmet. It's absolutely shite. the story of it is it was the one of the first helmets I ever got, and I didn't know at the time. I was thinking, oh, do I want an open-faced helmet? Do I want a closed-faced one? I thought, oh, I'll get a flip-front one, and then I've got the best of both worlds. Well, I've since upgraded all my helmets. I've probably got about 7, but so either full open-faced or full closed-faced. But I thought for this trip, the flip front one will be perfect, because then I can, you know, talk when I want to talk. But it's just old, and you know, it's just pissing me off the way it keeps flapping down all the time. And so yes, this will go. I don't even know why I kept it. I don't know. But anyway, here's what it is. Save my skull, won't it, if I fall off and
started leaning that way, 4 tires cut into the clay. It dries up and now there's just one road to take. It's growing up over with green, so easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living trying, and even if you could, it wouldn't come out like it should. This stubborn kudzu just covers these words. Could you listen to somebody else? Will you only drink from the thoughts of yourself? Are you under the canopy spell? You dig in your heels and spread the disease. You're spreading the disease. Back up the drive a bit. Could you see what this is? This is a part of it all. Over and over, injustice to injury. This is a part of it all. Could you hike back to it, fight with it, sit with it? This is a part of it all. Ask around, be aware, make peace with what is there. This is a part of it all. Ooh. Who told you that it was too late?
I keep seeing these as I drive past. They're little, you know, local produce shops, like you would see in a lay-by back in the UK, out the back of a car and a gazebo. I'm going to get some strawberries, and I'll have a stop off and have them later. There is no strawberries. Don't want a melon. Fuck's sake. They're so good, they've all gone. Well, there wasn't any here, was there? Oh shit, there are no strawberries. Bonjour. Got the same truck I keep trying to get in front of all the time. As well, so I'll probably fill up and then go in there a little snack.
Please remove your smart card before refilling your vehicle. The host is selected and let it be tuned.
So this might be the last time I fill up in France. Well, it definitely will be the last time I fill up in France, because this will give me nearly 200 miles. And yeah, I've got less than 100 to go to Dunkirk, and I think that's only a short hop from Calais. I think it's under 20 miles. So yeah. Trying to do an approximate conversion on how much I was trying to do an approximate conversion on how much different it costs to fill up over here compared to the UK. I don't know the actual proper conversion rate, but it cost me approximately at home 25 quid to fill my tank up, where over here it costs approximately 25 euros to fill my tank up. And just on a basic, how many 25 English pounds is in 25 English euros, it basically works out at 25 euros is £21.50. So I approximately save £3.50 on every tank of petrol I fill up. So I guess the amount of times I've fueled up over here, I've probably got a free tank. So that's alright, man. Do you want to hear an interesting fact? The croissant isn't actually French, it is Austrian. And it was due to Austria fighting the Ottoman Empire, which has the crescent-shaped moon as part of its flag, and they hated them so much that they represented cutting into the croissant, as in cutting into their flag, slicing it in half, and the ultimate insult. And then the Austrian baker moved to France, and all the French said, "Oh, we like this," you know, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's like an Austrian delicacy," and it took off. And everyone in France eats croissants, but they're not actually French. Fact. I am wondering if, when I get home, I can set up my own cabinet of curiosities. I've still got my kids' teeth from when they lost them, you know, their baby teeth, and we'd, you know, they'd put it under their pillow and we'd swap it for, you know, a bit of change, and I'd put the tooth in like a little box that's in the drawer. But from the 3 girls, I must have, you know, a full set of like 32 teeth or something like that. We've got 2 hamsters in jars buried in the back garden. I could probably dig them up now, and they're probably suitably deteriorated to be a curiosity. And I also believe somewhere I've got the little plastic clip from when one of the girls was born, and they asked me to cut her umbilical cord and put the little plastic clips in it, and I kept that. Fucking idiot. I thought to myself, you know, maybe one day when, you know, I'm older, they can clone people, and then I could clone myself, you know, an identical daughter for some reason. This fucking wasp's going to be in the bloody jar in a minute. Definitely brighter this way. So I didn't film inside here today, partly because I don't know, I just felt a bit kind of somber about it, really. You know, if you don't know what this is, it's a museum dedicated to the story of the evacuation of some 340,000 British and French soldiers from Dunkirk when the German army were basically, you know, advancing on them big time, and Great Britain sent, you know, loads of boats, some of them, you know, military boats, and then others were just like fishing vessels, although they just called the small boats, that just basically rocked up and plucked away all the all the British and French soldiers that were about to be literally turned into mincemeat. Yeah, the museum's really cool. It's got loads of sort of you know, uniform and military vehicles and weaponry and stuff like that. But you know, a lot of people lost their lives there. Tens of thousands of soldiers lost their lives, and you know, it's just, it sort of brings it home, really, doesn't it? You know, I like to buy a poppy every year and all that. I do me sort of 2-minute silence. The 11th of the 11th is always a significant day for me. So you know, they shouldn't be forgotten, really. You know. But yeah. On that note, I'm going to evacuate myself now, because I'm going to go to Calais and get a train. The time's 3:15. It'll only take 40 minutes to get to Calais, so we should be there by 4. I'm actually booked on a train at 5 to 7, but I've got a flexible pass thing. I should be able to just get the first one available. They'll let me just get on one straight away, I think. So yeah, off we go. Let's see what time we can make it back. But this is France kind of over, really. Last 40 minutes to go, and then we're off. Catch up later. So we'll get lounge access for this, so I'm going to go and eat all the free food.
Is as well in terms of
Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Takeaway?
Yes.
Ah, perfect.
And you leave in 15 minutes and you board on the 16:15.
Okay. No problem. Thank you very much. Tell me where I'm going. Yes, please. Fill my boots. Kind of orange Gina, which is nice. I like orange. Do an order. Smoked salmon and avocado salad. Still keeping healthy. Apple tart though, put in. Or ice cream, strawberry. I couldn't resist it. Sorbet. I was after strawberry earlier on though, wasn't I? They didn't do any strawberries anyway. And just a couple of macaroons. Macarons. Cool. I'm just going to put this in the panniers and go straight to the train, because I can just get on the first one. I think one leaves in about 15 minutes, so we're just going to go straight on it. Next stop UK. Right on the left, right on the left, right on the left, right on the left. Right, okay. Come on, mate, get a bus through there. Come on. Don't you scratch those panniers, don't you scratch those panniers. Hey. I think you're alright, chap. Hi guys, we're back home. Yeah, I've had my first proper night's sleep because I've been back in my own bed. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really nice to be home. Nice to see the girls. Nice to see the dogs and stuff like that. The Sprint's been back in its usual living space here in the garage. But I just thought I'd do a quick sort of summary of just the trip, how the bike's been, and just some numbers, like some costs of what was involved and stuff like that. I'll keep it brief. The bike I've absolutely loved. It's been so enjoyable, and at first, because of the age of it, 14 years old, I was a bit kind of, I took out European brake cover, specifically thinking, something's going to go wrong or this, that, and the other. The bike hasn't missed a beat. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been powerful when I've needed it to whiz past stuff. It hasn't freaked me out. It hasn't it's held the road well. I've been able to lean. I'm not an amazing accomplished biker, but it's been really easy to handle. It's nimble in the towns. I mean, I've absolutely loved riding it. Also, I'm a bit biased, but I think this is the best colour. It's just such a. Every time I come back to it, I just think, oh my god, it's gorgeous. It really is a nice looking bike, considering its age. I will treat it to a proper clean and detailing and bit of maintenance issues and stuff like that. But yeah, I took out European brake cover thinking, something's going to go wrong. It's, I'm just better cover all bases. But it's been fantastic. It's really been good. Part of it, I guess, is credit to the previous owner. Absolutely been maintained to the highest degree with everything being serviced and replaced if needed, and it's just been looked after, and I intend to do that going forward. So the main thing is do I need a 20 grand bike to tour around Europe? And the answer is no, I don't. This has been absolutely brilliant, and I think what I want to do from now on is I want to do a couple more road trips using the Sprint, and just kind of, I guess that kind of, if you've seen the new Charlie Boorman, Ewan McGregor thing where they've taken their old bikes to Scandinavia and across Europe and stuff like that. I can't remember what one that was called, the long way home. Maybe. Yeah, they've done it on retro bikes. I think Charlie Boorman used a 1970s BMW and Ewan McGregor used an even older Moto Guzzi. But no, this bike's been absolutely phenomenal. I love it to bits. It's going to be a keeper. I'm going to do some more miles on it, and yeah, it'll be enjoyable to do. The trip's been fantastic. I loved France. The roads were amazing. The people were friendly. I did find if you're just pulling up behind someone in a car and not trying to bully your way through, not trying to overtake, and you're happy to be beside them. At first, I was thinking, they're all over the place. Why are they're moving right over? But what they were actually doing was letting me past, and I was, oh, great, thanks. I didn't ask to be, I didn't expect to be, but brilliant. It's been really good. Yeah, weather. I had some fantastic days. I had some real crappy, soaked, wet through days. But all in all, I can't complain. It's all part of the experience, isn't it? What do you expect? I'm on a bike. It was fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so I've got some figures. So what I wanted to do was just tell you how many miles. So basically, miles covered in this home, all what I've done, back home again. It doesn't obviously include the crossing on the Channel Tunnel. It's just ridden miles, or me walking anywhere. It's just purely wheels turned. How many miles this bike's done. We covered 2,139, and that was in a full week. So it's kind of 8 days away, isn't it? Tuesday to Tuesday. But yeah, 2,139 miles covered. Toll roads, well, I didn't really use many coming home. It was only really to blast down to Grenoble. And then I think I'd done some the third day whilst trying to navigate towards the route Napoleon, I think. But the tolls, I spent £99.67, so 100 quid, just shy of. Fuel, the big one. Yeah, I mean, £245.49. So 250 quid in fuel. And it worked out that I'd refueled, I think, 12 times. So I guess some of them weren't complete brimmers, completely topped up. Some of them I probably had, I don't know, half a tank and just thought, well, I'll just top it up because tomorrow I don't know if I'm going to be near anywhere and stuff like that. But yeah, just shy of 250 quid on fuel for the whole trip. Hotels, though, I mean, that's subjective, isn't it? Because you could stay in 5-star places, you could stay in the basic like youth hostels or stuff like that, or of course you can camp, which briefly crossed my mind because free wild camping's free over in France, but as briefly as it came into my mind, it went out again. I'm nearly 50. I don't camp anymore. I'm not. I want a bed. Plus, also, I didn't know what would happen when I needed to, charge laptops and phones. I couldn't solely rely on the bike for charging. Basically, £840 I spent on hotels. Funnily enough, the cheapest one at £94 a night was the Firm Rose, which. Personally, was the best one. I loved it. I mean, it was that was the eclectic one, the pink farm, with all the stuff they had in it. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it, and that was the cheapest one. The dearest one was 116 quid, and that was for the Airbnb in Grenoble, which had the amazing view from the doors, from my bed, as it were. But is what it is. I haven't included a Eurostar on here because at the moment that comes to £1,185, 16 pence on the trip. Obviously the bike I own anyway, that's bought outright, and things like insurance and tax and stuff I don't take into account. I'll pay that anyway, So I haven't put down Eurostar on here, and I think going out I got a cheap one. It was something like 52 quid or something like that. But coming back I got the Flexi Plus because I didn't know if I was going to be delayed. I thought I might have come back early, which is exactly what happened. But yeah, I wanted the flexibility, so I got the Flexi Plus, and I think that's about 140 quid for that one. But that also gives you access to the lounge, so I get free food and drink and that sort of stuff. Although I just literally went with a takeout bag, and then I went on my way. I didn't really see the necessity in sitting there for an hour and a half or something. So I just kind of grab and ran. So yeah, you probably need to add a couple of hundred quid on there. So it's probably just shy of 1,400 quid for the week, which I've had a brilliant time. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed editing the videos and putting them up. I am new to this. This isn't. I mean, I fit kitchens and bathrooms by trade. I don't work with computers and stuff. So literally, I've been learning it as I go. And I think over the last 8 days, I've actually got better at it and quicker and sort of found it. More and more enjoyable, because things how I was visioning I wanted to do was sort of going right. So I've really enjoyed doing them. I've put it on YouTube and stuff like that. I want people to watch it and like it, and I'm one of these guys that are always looking for positive reassurance. So even if there was any kind of constructive criticism, let me know. Just say, great videos, Darren, but we wanted more bike stuff. Want to talk about the bike a bit more, or you didn't detail your route enough. You didn't say I'm leaving this village, going to this village, going through here. Any feedback, it'd be great. I appreciate it, but keep it kind. So on that note, I will sign off, and this has been the road Cano 2014 a 2011 14-year-old bike do the Route Napoleon? Well, the answer is yes, it can, and it can easily do it. It's been a great trip. Thanks very much for watching. Please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll definitely be doing something else. I've got a few plans of stuff I want to do with the BMW. Just I want to kind of do some days where I go out with friends, just like me and them, and we talk a bit about their bikes and stuff like that, because I've got a few pals that have got an absolute range of you know, from Harleys to monkey bikes to other Triumphs to you know, all sorts. So I wouldn't mind doing a couple of things where I just, you know, go out with my pals, we go for a cup of tea or go for a pint or go for a fucking walk in the woods or something, I don't know, and talk about why they got into biking, their bikes, what they love about it and stuff like that. Because for me, it's a huge mental health. You know, some people ride for control, some people ride for the thrill, some people ride for therapy. You know, for me, when I'm on the bike, it's the only time that my head is completely kind of clear and stuff like that. You know, some of you will get it. Those that don't, you know, fuck it. That's what I like to do. So there we go. Thank you so much. It's been a blast. I'll see you next time.